First of all, let me apologize sincerely. I know you guys have been waiting here for long. Some of it was not in our control because I wish I could control all the flight timings. Uh, but we are here now. Uh, so, this is the film called In Car. Uh, as you can see, 90% of the film takes place inside the car. It's a thriller. It's a kidnap story, and it's a story of a normal everyday girl and how her life changes in an instant when she gets snatched inside the car. Uh, I wanted to tell this story because we all read news and we have become sort of, we are not sensitive to this kind of news anymore because it happens so much. We don't even pay attention. Um, And I had been speaking with some people earlier outside, and they also asked me how I thought of this story. When I did my filmmaking from US. I worked in LA in Hollywood for a number of years, and I had just migrated back to India when that big incidents happened in Delhi. Um, I I don't want to take her name because respectfully, I don't want to use a name to promote a film, but we all know what incidents I'm talking about. It really shocked me. I started thinking there is there is sexual molestation on one hand, but there was all this violence done to her body, and I started thinking, who are these people? What are their thoughts? Why? Because in with me, my friend circle, and I have friends all over the world. Not one of them things like this, not even a thought ever comes. So what is different about these men, these criminals who decide that any girl on the street is there just for their pleasure, you know um, so I wrote this story and I focused. We have seen stories, we have seen films about what happens to the victim of sexual molestation after the act happens. We have not seen a story where what happens before the headline happens. This film is about that, and it gives us insight into men, their thinking, and also what happens to the woman. You saw in the trailer. Usually, when certain things happens, the most closest ones, the family ones and friends ones say, oh, she was wearing short skirt, she was wearing revealing clothes, that's why it happened to her. Or she was drunk, that's why it happened to her. Or she was walking alone in a dark street, that's why it happened to her. That's why I deliberately kept her, as you can see, she's wearing normal clothes, dressed from shoulder to toes, you know, in broad daylight from a bus stop. Because this has happened, you know. Even just last week, something happened in Delhi where somebody just ran over this woman, or she was asking some question and they just pulled her inside a car. Um, so I did not deliberately want a filmy heroine in filmy character, rather, in the story. I wanted every woman and every man in the audience to feel ये मेरे साथ भी हो सकता है, this can happen to me, you know because we have been getting these trailer reactions, and really not I got so many messages in last few days that the trailer just jolted women, that this is the reality. In snap, your life can change, life and death situation you can find yourself between. Why is it like that? Why is it like that, where there is no fear of law? There is we are Indians, we are supposed to be most respectable, family oriented, right? That's our image all over the world. We respect elders, you know. What happens when it comes to women, especially strange women? Strange, by that what I mean is you don't know them. In the film, when you watch the film, I have explored this. These men uh, fight for the honor of their sister. They love their mother. Is there in the story. The two brothers sitting in the back, and the one in the front is their mama. The two brothers, when the kidnapped girl is in between them, the two brothers fight that you didn't do enough for our sister. She was having affair in our village. So he says, you should have done it.
வணக்கம். முதல்ல ப்ளீஸ் எனக்கு மன்னிச்சிடுங்க. டிலே கோசம் some miscommunication happened and the flight was extremely late, so I'm very sorry for that, and thank you so much for having the patience to sit here and wait for me. About this film, I think it's an extremely important film because it shows what the victim goes through when the act is happening and just how much a person breaks psychologically and goes to a point where they give up and say, do whatever you want with me, but just leave me here, because they don't want to die. It's a life threatening situation, and I cannot even imagine what happens when somebody is really in a situation like that, because I felt that through this film, and to this day I haven't forgotten the impact that it has left on me. While I was shooting for this film, a ரொம்ப challenging time for me to come out of the film. Also, it took me a few months to fully forget all the pain that it had caused. I knew I was acting, but after 2-3 days, I started forgetting who I was, and I just became the girl who is kidnapped and is trapped in the car amidst all these people. And for the rest, thank you so much, Harsha, for the opportunity. He did not even take my audition for this film, about which I'm very shocked, because usually, you know, everybody likes to take an audition and go ahead, but he said, no, I want you, and he was very set in terms of having me. So I'm very grateful that he had that faith in me. In return, it also helped me have a lot of faith in him, and he has delivered. And how I think he's an amazing director, and I had a great time working with you, sir. Thank you so much. To the rest of the cast and crew, thank you so much for being so supportive on set. And my one and only wish in the Padathala is that I hope that it finds its audience and makes the kind of impact that we are hoping that it does. Thank you so much.
கிருத்திகா, ஒரே நிமிஷம். ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியாவில் நிறைய ஸ்டேட்டில் இன்னும் வந்து செக்ஸுவல் அபியூஸ்மெண்ட்டு, ரேப்லாம் நடந்துகிட்டே இருக்குது. பர்சனலியாக நீங்கள் வந்து என்ன ஹையஸ்ட் பனிஷ்மெண்ட் கொடுக்குங்க நீங்கள் நினைக்கிங்க?
I will personally go and give them punishment. I cannot stand it. It absolutely breaks my heart. Every time I open my Twitter, every time I go to my Twitter home, I think there are at least 5-6 news articles that I see. 8-month-old baby, 3 months old baby. Like, people are absolutely merciless and ruthless, and they deserve the exact same treatment in return. It absolutely boils my blood. Like, I could not even come up with an answer to this, because it makes me very angry that people think that we are all toys for their pleasure, you know. And this happens to men, women, all kinds of people. It's just that men, I'm glad that now they have a platform. Slowly people are starting to come forward and speak their truth, but it happens more often than we know of. And I mean, I don't think any punishment is enough for such people. Because you asked me this question, he's saying
why you are coming late, he asking.
Yeah, he said,
Start early, no.
Sir, I'll show you a message. Okay, now I'm going to speak the truth. My team told me, now the Satyama Solra, I'll show you a message. We were supposed to be here at 9 p.m. Now Hotel Keeler, he'll say, I was there at 8:50, I was here around 9:05. I was here on time because we were given 9 p.m. for Chennai's press meet. I would never ever do this. I reached my hotel at 7:15 p.m.
Your time is 9 p.m.
Yeah, they told me 9 p.m.
Already you told me 6 p.m.
Nah, இது எனக்கு தெரியாது. I'll show you messages in my phone. I have proof. I will not lie like this.
Seri, okay, pa. Confusion.
I'm genuinely sorry. It is, I mean, it's their fault because they miscommunicated.
Miscommunications
And
happened.
I am to take blame for this. And I don't like this because I respect you guys a lot. You put in so much effort. You put in so much time to do this for us. So I am genuinely from the bottom of my heart sorry, extremely sorry. But this happened because of a very severe miscommunication. And before I even got on stage, I was extremely angry. I told my team, I said, this is not done. This is inefficiency on your part and I will look bad in front of the press. So I am genuinely manichidunga. This will never happen again. I will henceforth I'll be extra careful and ask my team 10 times what is the correct time to be there. Because I was told Umbod Maniki and I was there at the right time. So I'm very sorry. According to what time they gave me, I was here. But because of this honest miscommunication, I'm genuinely sorry. I truly apologize.
Thank you.